What's up guys, and welcome back to Ben's Big Drive / Vlogsmas / Today, I wanted to just give you guys an insight onto how I think about form, and not so that you can just say, oh, cool, good for you. But so that you can take the way that I think about form, integrate it into your game, into where you can have a mindset that allows you to make improvements on your own faster. So with that being said, let's dive in. Before we get into talking about how I think about form, it's important to say that before all of this, you need to have a baseline understanding of the mechanics of how the disc golf throw works. Now that's why my channel exists, that's why a bunch of other disc golf channels exist, is to teach you just that thing. So you need to take your time and make sure that you understand the mechanics. But I'm gonna sum it up for you in one question. And the one essential question is, how do I make my throwing arm act like a whip? And then how do I make that whip more powerful? Those are the two questions that if you understand those two things, you are so far on your way to understanding how the backhand throw works. And the more you understand it, the faster your practice sessions are gonna go and the faster you're gonna start to make improvements. So once you understand how do I make my arm act like a whip, even in theory, you don't have to understand this in practice quite yet, but just in theory, the fact that you don't need to pull, the fact that you need to be loose, you need to have all of that understood before you move on. So for the sake of argument, let's say you've already done that. You already say, I know that I'm not supposed to pull, and I know that I'm supposed to use my legs to power my shot. And I know that XYZ, my left arm is supposed to tuck and power the right arm as well. You know all of that stuff. Now, here is how your understanding can help you make improvements better. And the key to understanding a disc golf throw in the way that your own body works, not just the body, but your body in general, is to be good at critical thinking. So what do I mean by critical thinking? What you need to have in your head is that everything has an equal and opposite reaction. Nothing that happens in your form is random. Everything that happens in your form is because you are setting your body up. The physics of the way that you're moving down the tee pad, the physics of the way that you reach back and pull through, the physics of your nose angle at your reach back and at your pull through and your extension and your snap, all of that stuff is not random, it's physics. Now, once you put yourself into this mindset, that's when you can start troubleshooting what's happening in your throw. So for example, say you're having problems throwing nose up. You don't see your disc do what they're supposed to do. You don't get the distance you're wanting because you're throwing nose up. Instead of losing your mind and saying, oh, I just must not be good at disc golf. The disc golf gods did not bless me with distance like they did everyone else. There's just something that's wrong with me. I don't understand. No, that is not true. There is a physics reason, there's a logical reason why you can't get that nose down. Now, once you've put yourself in that mindset, you take the emotions out of it, you look at your throw and you say, what is the physics reason that my nose is popping up? Then you can start to make improvements. Then you can say, well, my nose, just like we said in the last video, well, if my weight's falling backwards, that might be popping the nose up. If my weight is always falling backwards, then I can't get that nose down. That's a physics reason. That's not an emotional reason. That's not a magic YouTube video cure that nobody could have come up with. That's a physics reason to why you're throwing nose up. So let me leave you with the most helpful mindset that you can put yourself in to make improvements and to grow faster in your throwing. And this might be controversial, and this might be lifting the curtain on all of our channels who do so much in terms of explaining the backhand throw. I don't care. They would agree with me. Everybody else would agree with me. The disc golf throw is not magic. It's just physics. There's nothing in the disc golf throw that you can't understand or that you can't implement into your game if you think about it as a natural physical reaction. More of a philosophical tip than a literal one, but having that breakthrough changed my pretty much started this YouTube channel. So cathartic, wasn't it? Stay tuned for more Vlogsmas.